Oh, we
You
gotta
gotta
push
push the
the
button.
button.
Gotta push the button. Gotta push button. Gotta push button. Push button.
Push the button.
Push button. Go
Push the
live.
button.
Push button.
Push the button.
Push button.
Yeah.
It's alive!
It is live.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like it.
Oh my god, there we are. Oof. Everybody knows what you mean when you say it too. You'll say something like really like I had something crazy, something you went through something, there was something bad, and they look at you and they know what that feels like and they just say oof.
It doesn't hit the same over text though, for some reason.
Then you're not pronouncing it right.
Then you're no, cause when I say oof over text, they're like, I feel like they feel like I didn't.
You gotta say
understand or
oof
anything. ...
I felt that.
Okay, yeah, that would explain it.
Because traditionally you do
You gotta
follow
put
it with
the oofs in caps too.
I
think.
depends, man. Sometimes cancer's a lowercase oof.
Lowercase oof.
Yeah, man, I ain't screaming that, but I feel it.
Damn. That is a big oof.
Mm-hmm. We all use oof
Yeah.
in some form. Okay, now maybe not everybody says oof. Oof.
Oof.
Maybe in France they say
Oof.
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 They say eggs. In France, what they say when they feel like oof.
I know the cats talk
That's-
different in France.
Minou.
Minou.
Why?
Yeah.
Cats talk different in every language because they're
Yup.
trying to copy
They're trying
the
to
language.
copy the language. Yeah.
That cats don't meow to each other.
They don't.
The only reason they meow.
They like hiss and do other stuff.
No,
but
there's
they
only
don't
one
really
reason they meow.
at each other.
So they can look at the people around them and go, oof. You know what? And the funny thing is, the more you listen, how we're going to end up on cats talking again, I don't know. Shug's irritated with the lights in his eyes. We're not going to get an interview from Shug today. I mean, he's got the paw over his eyes. Like, man, it's too friggin' bright in here.
Way too bright. Sometimes I'll see him lay in this
Oof,
chair.
I feel that.
I'll see him lay in this chair with this eye over. I'm like, oof.
Oof.
The light's getting to you, bud.
I get it.
Yeah,
Oof.
right?
It's the one that always got to me is like, so if you go to the state fair, there's always this line of porta potties.
Right.
And I mean, there's always a line of people trying to get into the porta potties.
Okay.
And it's a line of people that have just eaten more greasy food than they've eaten in a very long time. And so, like, it's trying to leave.
Right.
Not like there's an active participant in your stomach going, I really need, and some people will get pissed off.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, no, I always stand outside going, oof. If there's somebody stuck in one of those bathrooms at the state fair,
Oh my gosh.
oof.
Oof. That is a big oof.
Oof. But people get like angry, like, what's taking you so long? You know what? I wish I
Dude,
wasn't in here.
I am at
I
the state
so
fair.
wish
Give me
I
a
wasn't
pass,
in here.
please. We're at the state fair. There's gonna be a line at the porta potty. Come on now.
Oof.
Like,
Oof. If you've never felt the, oh my God, I have to go to the bathroom feeling, one of the most human feelings in the world.
it's even worse when
It's
you're in
the-
line. Like
oof.
that 10 minutes can feel like an hour.
I mean, we're all human. We've all felt that.
Yeah.
So I used to say that if you the definition of empathy is standing in that line holding your gut for all it's worth.
Going oof.
Knowing the other person's going through it too, as
Yeah.
opposed to like screaming at them.
Well, it's like you want to be mad, but you can't even be mad because they're in the same position as you.
Right. Right.
You want to be angry, but
No, wait a minute.
why at
So-
them though?
So, empathy at the state fair.
Mm-hmm.
If we take a moment outside of our own self-importance to go, oh, everybody standing in this line is having this same fight with their anus that I'm having. You know? That many accidents will happen on this freeway today. You know? I know.
Too distracted. Yeah.
Where's anus from? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Plebes.
Plebes. Oh yeah, I do remember that.
For the record, you know what? Eventually, I swear, on our website, one of the things we're going to have is it's important to me that we share the art we love.
Yeah.
And that we share the things we love. So the pages for the artists. And my page, I promise, is going to have movie reviews. Is going to have It's gonna have
Is
you
it-
need to go see this.
Is it called a euphemism when you say something in the place of something else?
Well, yeah, but anus is definitely just a mispronunciation of anus.
Well, the funniest one I've encountered is penor.
What?
They were trying to get around the one word of
They're saying penis?
yeah.
You're allowed to say penis, folks.
Okay,
I don't know if
okay,
you know this.
cool.
Men have penises.
Yeah, I know.
Women have
I know, but they were
vaginas.
trying
It's
to
a whole
say-
thing.
They were trying to like.
It's
find-
worked out well,
they were
actually,
trying to find
historically
a way
for
on
us.
YouTube to
And what
say
what
it.
did they say?
They said penor.
I don't. They're,
I just
are
thought
you
it was-
telling? Are you?
I don't know if they were just being funny. They
Are
really
they?
could have.
You're telling me I'm
going
gonna
to
get strikes just for saying the appropriate medical terms for genitalia?
I mean, I don't know. YouTube's kind of wild, man.
Yeah, I know, and that's what's gonna get me. That's the line. All
It
with the
shouldn't
stuff
be.
on YouTube, that's the line.
It shouldn't be.
I don't think that'll be the line. I
I
hope
don't
not.
think it is.
If you can see me, we got
They
away
could've
with
just
saying.
They could have just been funny. They could have just been being funny, you know. But still, that's.
Penis.
Are we gonna play the penis game?
No, we are not.
No.
He keeps hitting
the
on
one,
me, folks.
No,
He keeps going. Can we play the hide the penis
The
game?
one where
no,
you-
Ross, we cannot.
where you scream penis.
Oh no, we don't need to scream penis.
It's just a fun game, but
It is, but people are uncomfortable with it.
it's a oof game at the same time.
It is an oof game.
Cause once you're man, there's like a secondhand embarrassment
can I be
that
honest?
happens when I see someone playing that
In
game.
West, okay, but that's westernized, and that's especially America.
Okay.
Especially America doesn't know how to deal with genitalia.
Okay.
That we're obsessed with it. That's why we're obsessed, is because we're not supposed to talk about it. We're not. What if we put a show and we make it PEN 15? Isn't that funny? We didn't say it. We put a
No.
pen 15.
Pen 15.
But
Right.
because we dance around the realities of there are genders
I kind of like that it's a thing.
physically.
It's a thing that we're weird about because it makes
Why?
it funny.
Well,
I
but
wouldn't laugh the same in a. I might not laugh at the same.
We'd laugh
jokes in
about
a different
something
place,
else.
You know? Yeah, of course.
are you suggesting that in
not
France, where they're
saying-
okay with the genitalia,
Look,
they do not tell the joke?
You laugh about.
You know what? Valid point.
You
They
laugh
love
about
Jerry.
different thing. You laugh about different things in different places, but I also think whatever makes you laugh in that place is pretty cool.
No, I know, but my point was, yes, it's cool.
It's pretty funny.
It's funny, but that's not. It's not cool that we're obsessed. It's not cool that we can't have adult conversations. That I can't say dick butt kiss. You see? See?
I can't not laugh at that though. That's funny.
Real man. Poor dick.
What do you?
It's a real man. I knew a guy named Richard Horny.
Oh wow, that's tough.
Feeling for him though, aren't you?
I am.
Oof.
I am.
Oof,
I got
oof.
hit with the oof immediately because I was like,
that, and he was in the military.
his name was Richard what?
Horny. If you say it backwards, what is it? Horny Richard?
Oh,
Oh,
I
you
thought,
know-
I
you know
went
no
the other
drills.
way.
You
I
know-
Went, I went literally like flipped the word backwards. I was like, what? Dude, my brain went to a weird place with that. I was like, what is he talking about?
Dratcher? You went to Dratcher?
Dratcher?
That's Richard backwards.
Yes.
Dracher, because the
Dracher.
H would come before the C, so you wouldn't get a ch.
Right. You get a.
We are so. God, you're such a dick. I mean, Richard. The point.
The point of it is, oof.
Oof. We all feel it. You can't, in our country specifically, you cannot discuss human sexuality without an oof.
Without an oof.
I'm not saying everybody, but we feel that we can't have adult conversations
Okay.
without going, oof. I felt that.
Ah.
A shared embarrassment.
Right.
Oof.
Right. Right.
A shared hardship. Oof.
I guess because I've always found it the other way. I had, but I get it now. Now I get it what you're saying though. I get what you're
So
getting
that-
at, man.
What we're really talking about over and over again is the empathy we hold for each other.
Right.
That moment of, man, I felt that, is the moment of you going, I relate to this person. I relate to what they're going through as a real thing.
I'll say that
like the things I've gone through.
I really didn't envy the sex ed teacher at my school because he was having a hard time with it. Because it's a difficult topic because we're just gonna laugh all day.
There are literally every sitcom with children in it or teachers always eventually does a show about how embarrassed everybody is about talking about sex ed.
Right.
It's a funny thing. No, it's not at all.
Well, we push it off with the humor.
Well, we discussed, so how do you actually counter the idea that you'd like to have no unwanted fetuses? That's the real thought.
Yeah.
It's not pro-choice, pro-abortion, pro-this. Really, the problem is, how do you make it so nobody gets whenever somebody comes to you and says the condom broke and they're pregnant, you go, oof. Oof, oof, oof. In the world of STDs, there is none more expensive. Well, except maybe AIDS. There's none more expensive than children. Sexually transmitted
I had a friend calling for advice because he didn't wear one, and I was like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Well, and what started this conversation is we have a million medicines in order to make it possible so that it feels the way we'd like it to.
Yes.
Oof. I guess.
I mean
that.
I think it's a combination answer, which is we have to make it socially acceptable for people to take steps, whatever those are, to not have unwanted children, whatever those steps might be, whether that's condoms or.
Well, but doesn't that require sex ed?
Or yeah, it does.
Okay, and so here's the point. That oof, that shared moment should be the impetus for how do we get over the oof.
Yes.
Not how do we embrace, I guess how do we embrace the oof.
That was why I was going
into eggs.
How I feel like you fix it. Because that's what you eventually want to get to, is how do we fix this? How do we fix the oof feeling that we all have? Well, maybe not the oof feeling. Well, actually, yeah. I guess you could say that.
I think, I apologize. Speaking of people getting pregnant, oddly, I think that I have news.
You have news. Pray tell.
Aha. I have just gotten news that a close family member is with child.
Oh.
No, and it's the oof of joy as opposed to the oof of...
Okay.
Wow, it's like, yeah, it's a good thing.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
That's what's up.
It's very cool. It's... The funniest thing is, so, if you ever had somebody reach out to you through social media with a name that you recognize and then realize it's not that person.
Yes.
Not a famous person, but like a friend of yours. Yeah. And not like no misdeed. This person isn't trying to be shady.
Right. I've had tons of friends.
I have a person who's the exact same name as my cousin, but spells their last name different. It's Hayes instead of Hays.
Okay.
And it cracks me up every time because he and I talk.
Right.
Oh. I'm very confused.
Hey.
I am not going to deal with this in the middle of this. I apologize. I am not going to look at my phone. That is the incorrect and improper. I'm usually so good about that.
It's been in my hand, I suppose I should.
No.
No, I wasn't looking at it. It was there.
Oof.
Which is the anxiety thing.
You get in a Zoom meeting and you see somebody where you can tell they suddenly have something they want to, you see them.
Yeah.
Do you feel the oof?
Yeah.
You forgot to turn your mic on, dude.
Right? Suddenly they're just talking and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Dude,
empathy is that simple, though. People go, I'm empathic. Empathic is whether or not you're paying attention. We can all feel when we're in the room with other people. We all feel the change in the way some rooms feel.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of us now that walk around, I'm really empathic. You're just paying attention.
I'm not empathic. I don't pay attention like that. I'm better at it now, but I don't even know if I could get to that level where you're
Well,
just paying
no,
attention.
but
like,
I've
passively,
noticed you
just
passively
pay
pick up
attention.
more than you used to.
Yes.
Do you follow that?
That
There's
is true.
there's a just it's a being aware. You
I
smell
pay attention better.
you
now,
smell
but
without
yeah.
thinking. If you do it long enough, do you follow me?
Yeah.
You hear without thinking.
Yeah.
You taste without thinking.
Okay.
You see without thinking.
Okay.
Same. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, that's all 5. Yeah.
But the sixth one is the mental, the energy.
Okay.
Or
Is
according
it the oof?
it's the part we share.
Okay.
It's the if we share the space with somebody
Right.
and they tell us a story, we're more likely to feel a oof. If you watch a movie intently and somebody hurts something, like suddenly hits a rock underwater, or you literally could feel it,
Yeah.
you felt the oof.
Okay, we recently watched Castaway. Really good movie.
Right.
Really,
how,
really.
how connected do you end up feeling to him by the end?
Dude, that's the biggest oof movie I've ever seen. Like, where it was like the whole time was just oof.
What do you think the message is?
What do I think the message is?
If you want it, so if you were looking at somebody and going, I think Castaway is about. I mean, that's part of the reason we ended up doing a show about
treasure your time.
Maybe.
Maybe something like that. Something about time.
No, well, like so the movie starts. You've got clocks everywhere.
Right.
Eventually, the only
he even makes a grand gesture with a clock.
yes, and then they make extreme gestures of setting down clocks before he crashes.
Yes. And so he has no time, and the locket.
Suge is gonna have a hairball in the midst of this. Oof, buddy.
Oof.
Thank you for the new world.
That is
Oof,
tough.
oof. The 70s were a rough time. Um,
I don't get it, but keep going.
that I go looking for movies that make me say oof.
Okay.
I go looking for movies that give me that, oh, I know that feeling. You know, like A Beautiful Mind. We both relate to in different ways because it's about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And we've used it as examples for other parts of mental health unrelated to schizophrenia. The idea of anxiety being a signal sent that you can look at as the people that are over there that you listen to but you don't respond to. Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire is a pretty good.
And it hits, man, that movie hits you over and over again with the oof.
Yeah.
Even though they're not experiences
like
you're
Woody
ever going to
Wilson.
have, you could feel it. And you start to think about where do the things you know come from?
Where do the things I know come
So,
from?
you know, we start with a set down the time, control your reaction to the signals. Oh, what else do I have written down here? Oh. Hector and the Search for Happiness.
Ooh.
It's an oof movie, though.
That is a really good.
There's all kinds of cringe all through that. He's cringe as all get out.
Yeah.
He's self-centered. He's cringy.
Yeah, he is pretty cringy.
A movie that looks at the search for happiness.
Right.
You know? The Razor's Edge, St. Vincent. I'm telling you, if you do a deep dive on Bill Murray, it'll
I don't
change
know
your
those
soul.
two.
I know, right? I know. You know, do you know St. Vincent? Where Bill Murray's the old guy that lives next door to...
I actually...
What's her name?
The way that I watch movies is I don't pay much attention to what's going on. Like, I don't...
You don't watch movies
I just
when
watch
you
what's
watch
on.
movies.
I just watch... Like, I watch what's on and I, like, kind of pay attention. Usually.
See, it's a Buddhist thing.
I'm getting better... Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm interested.
I'm getting better at, like, watching... I've noticed I don't watch movies when I'm in there.
I
Like,
know
when
that.
I'm in my room. I don't actually... Because it feels weird to watch movies when I'm by myself.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
That was one of my
maybe
big...
TV
that was
shows
one of my
I can,
biggest, for the
I
record,
can allow myself
one of my biggest rungs on the ladder out of deep depression was
Was
watching movies and taking notes about them
Okay.
and going, wow.
Right.
Just wow.
Right.
That Get Low, a movie about the crotchety old man, played by the really Bobby D, and I ain't talking De Niro, I'm talking Duvall. And he wants to throw a funeral for himself and set things straight before he goes.
Oh, yeah. You
I
keep
want
talking
all
about
3
that movie.
counties to be here, he says. And Bill Murray's like, okay. The best is, at first, to throw this party, he goes to the church and goes, I want to have a funeral.
Is Bill Murray your favorite actor? Does he make you say oof the most?
Bill Murray has taught me the most.
Okay.
That when I think of Groundhog's Day, I think you can dissect it any way you want. You can either think of it as the days of your lives or the lives of your wheel.
Right.
I don't know what comes before or after, but I also, when I watch Groundhog's Day, I also see it as the possible, like if you want to watch a reincarnation path, it's very obvious that she represents Nirvana, and when he chases her, he can't get her. He starts off by first chasing the most basic of needs. He goes for the one girl. He goes out and he gets drunk. He wrecks a car.
He goes.
All of those
he goes and robs a bank.
He does the
He
crazy
does the basic
stuff.
Yeah.
He does the what feeds my
Ego.
Well, in the next bit, he doesn't think his ego. He makes it all about her.
Right.
It's everything is how could I get to know her perfectly if I could know her perfectly.
Right, but
he orders the drink she's going to order. He works it.
He works it down to the moment. Yeah.
It isn't until that he gives up all other focus and works on himself.
Yeah.
And finds the joy in just helping the others, and tries to save every. Nope, I'm not on my. This is my day. Nobody's gonna die on my day.
Right.
It isn't until then that it finally works, and he finally gets her, and that's when he achieves nirvana. Now the book suggests thousands of years.
Yeah.
That going to piano every day.
Dude. There was a lot of stuff that he did that would take a lot of messing up to.
Well, and that's the point.
Out. Yeah.
The whole. Exactly. So now let's look on it as a life lesson.
Right. How do you translate that to life?
Well, first you call. No, I'm the one that got caught today. Yes, I didn't turn it off, and it's dinging like crazy.
How do you? I don't know.
Oh,
We're having a collective brain fart. This is a very oof moment.
Well, no, the
No. How do you translate that to life? How do you
okay,
think?
so that the realization is that in the end it's you. That
Okay.
the focus has to be you.
Right.
Not in an egotistical way. I mean in a what are you fixing way. In a discovering who you are way. Finding your voice, not somebody else's voice. Living your life compassionately. All of those pieces, so that in the end what you see is a person that's worked out on discovering who they are and given other people the space to discover who they are. He's done trying to make them like things. He's done trying to like the things they like.
He's just gonna like things.
He's going to be present.
Yeah.
And if you watch him, he walks through the day and this guy needs, and it's like just he's pop-a-dee-da-doo, I'm so present. Now, admittedly, he's 1,000 years of the same day to try and get it right. But whether or not you believe any of the and do it again, or if you need 1,000 years, it teaches where that focus should be. He's good to everybody because it feels good. Everybody runs up and hugs him and loves him and thinks he's the best, and they fight over him when they're auctioning him off, and all he was doing was being the best him he could be.
Right.
So often we bring a fake us, and then we don't understand why it always falls apart. And it always falls apart, and we all go, oof. We really do. How can you not?
Well, are hard to keep up. They're really it
Says
takes a
something
lot
about
of
the
work.
divorce rate when you think about it. In
Well,
reality,
I think we're not a very good judge of each other. I think, or ourselves.
okay, direct that inside.
Well,
We're not good at communicating who we are.
right. That's why I said we're not.
Yeah, but you have to keep. It has to be an I. It has to
Okay.
be here.
So what I'm
you're not
saying
allowed to
is-
blame any of it on anybody out here.
Okay.
Any of it.
Why?
Any of it. You decide whether or not you're out in the world and whether or not how you react.
I mean, yes, but both people do that though.
Okay. You're right. Everybody gets to have the space to get to do what they want. Are you attached to what they're going to do? Oh, I see the problem.
Okay.
Gotcha. Oof.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, whatever.
So we put on a show about not putting on a show.
Mhm.
Oof moments.
Mhm.
We talk a lot about them. We've called them, you name it. Will he say turds? Yes, he said turds. We've called it everything. But that we talk about relatable existence kind of stuff.
Yes. That's true.
Because it's something we all know. It crosses all barriers.
Mhm.
It doesn't have anything to do with language. It doesn't have anything to do with country. We don't. I mean, what we bring is two human beings trying to figure it out. Even on the days you're trying to look as goofy as possible.
Dude, I'm not trying to look goofy today. I'm just like out of it mentally. I'm a hit or miss person. Like,
That's a choice.
yes, but like
That's the whole point. No. That's the whole point. Oof. I know. But
It's-
you've got to bring it home.
it's still like I don't know.
But in the end, okay, so tell me who's in control of that.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't really know yet.
I don't know yet.
But do you get me? To some extent. No, I'm not claiming.
I'm
I'm
supposed
not
to be
claiming
in
you
control. I'm supposed to be in control of that.
I'm
but
not
it
claiming you can
doesn't
just
feel
turn
that
it on
way.
and off, or claiming somehow the
I don't-
solution to mental illness,
I'm-
as Matt says now.
I'm not.
For
I
the
don't-
record, I didn't mean to come across that
No,
way.
but I don't know. I don't know how to like. I don't know the tools almost.
Hey, I want everybody to understand
No, I
something.
do know the
Coca-Cola
tools,
is
but
ripping you off with these. Just so you know, these are a scam. This
Why are we turning down potential brand deals? What the? Come on, man.
I don't want any brand deals. Like I would sign a deal
I'm
with
basic.
Coke.
I know. Don't do that.
That's so basic. You're right. Why would I care about Coca-Cola? I don't care about basic shit like that.
But you're okay.
Don't be basic, man.
Okay.
Don't suck the teat.
Okay.
But that's that shrinkonomics.
Shrinkonomic.
Sure, they give you half a can. They charge you a lot less than if it was 10 whole cans.
Right.
Yes, but do the math on what they're charging you per ounce, and that poor
You
anus.
also drink.
All I have
more.
to say is that poor anus.
You also drink more if you buy more, and
Mm-mm.
technically, it's not good for you.
But whoever made up that lie to tell you,
I'm drinking Gatorade though. So
the 35 lasts me over 2 weeks. On average, I'll drink one or two. Right now, it's under the table because they're that small, and why would I waste my time putting them in a fridge? They're a ripoff. Don't get me wrong, we buy them. They're cute. They're really for making mixed drinks. That was how they originally existed. They were made that way for bars.
Okay. So if there's a valid reason for them, then
No, there really isn't.
okay.
The whole selling water thing has been a scam a long time. We used to have to add flavors. They were always selling water.
Yeah. But that's not water though. That's Coke.
No, you're missing my point.
Coke makes a product.
But what was always being sold was water.
Water is water.
Nope. This is water with stuff in it. But what they were selling was hydration. That in the end, everything you see in that...
But isn't the stuff?
Everything you
Doesn't the stuff in it make it different though?
Okay. But what does it take to make it?
But think about it.
No, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
The point is water usage and selling water to people. No matter what flavors they put in it, they've been selling us water a long time.
But water is in everything.
No, not. It's in everything you buy now. You have to pay for it. Control the water, control the salt, control the world.
Okay.
And it just dawns on me that part of the converting people over to buying water in bottles is buying flavored water in bottles. Oh, look, now we have something, but you're still paying an exorbitant amount for a natural
People
resource.
pay for things, yes.
Wait, for a natural resource.
I mean, it's for the taste. People are weird like that. People like certain things, and
I
people
get-
are selling certain things.
That doesn't make it okay.
How does
Why-
that make it? How does that make it not okay? How is that not okay?
How is it not okay to have water be more expensive than gasoline, even though it doesn't cost that much to make in plastic that fills our landfills? What's wrong with that? I don't know. I have no idea. Oof. Sorry. I didn't mean to misstep. I don't understand why you're defending Coca-Cola.
I mean, I don't know. I just
That anybody in your generation would talk about how bad corporate America is, but you're such a contrarian that just because I said it, you have to disagree with me.
It's not-
and all I can
it's
say,
not
no,
about
listen.
that.
Oof. Oof.
God.
It is. You realized it because I saw the smile. You always get the half smile when you're like, damn, he got me again. Me and my friends would scream about how bad Nestle is.
It's about.
You mean
I
PepsiCo?
don't get. Okay.
But if we don't have
if
empathy,
everything that we drink has water in it. I get the flavor. I get like Fiji and all of
Here's
that
my
extra
question.
stuff. I get that. I get that point.
Okay,
But I'm saying,
when do we have
how do
when-
other drinks go into that? They're different drinks. They're a different thing. Once you add different things into them, it's a different thing, and you're selling it as this thing. I get it.
You're very confused. You don't get it.
I'm not
You're totally
confused.
missing the point.
Okay.
What do you make all of those things out of? What's their primary ingredient? Like 95% of it.
Okay. It's water, but it's
Dang,
a recipe.
No, it's not
It's
the
a recipe for a
You're missing the
drink.
point. God, you're being such a contrarian that you're not even willing to hear what I'm trying to talk about.
You're trying to talk about water.
No. That is true. I'm trying to suggest when is the oof moment when people care about things.
Okay.
And you're proving my point. When will we have true empathy? When we feel the oof for real things too.
I feel the oof for the fact that there's people that struggle to get water.
Okay. Yes. How do you feel about the fact that one of the primary people taking that water is a large corporation and they use it to make things that you say aren't water? Does that make it okay because they made it into something else? I don't think so.
I don't think you should sell water. I think if you add other stuff to it, then yes, you should sell it. If you're adding other things to it and you're doing other things, you're not just selling
Okay,
water
I don't care
by
about the
itself
part
or
you're even talking.
filtering
Okay,
that.
I don't care about the part you're talking about. I'm trying to make a totally different point.
I get that you're trying to make a different point.
And you are desperate to make it about something else. What I'm talking about is water rights in the West. I'm talking about water rights through the
I'm
whole
saying
United
that that's
States.
wrong. What you're talking about is wrong.
So why do you keep bringing up the other?
Okay. All right.
Why do you keep saying it's
Because you're trying to
it's
associate.
okay-
You're
no,
trying to.
it's okay
you're
if the-
trying to
no.
associate them. They're not
they are.
associated. They're different.
No, they're not.
They're two different things.
No. So it's not bad if you steal the water and turn it into something.
I didn't say.
If you put flavors in it, now it's okay.
Yes.
Which is how that's how they got us.
Oh my gosh.
You're missing that because the primary ingredient is water. If all of that water goes over here to corporations, no matter what they make it into,
I
or
don't
what-
think there should be water companies.
no,
That's the point you're really trying to drive, isn't it?
no.
That we're selling water
No.
to each other.
The problem is you're asking if the utilities is an issue.
No, I'm not saying the utility. I'm talking about Fiji and all the different water bottle companies that are doing stuff.
They shouldn't be in plastic, and we should work on infrastructure instead of charging people to buy water in bottles. First off, Okay.
Okay.
But the point is, okay, Coors Light. Does it make you feel better? The amount of water taken out because they have a
No.
pre-bought system on the water. Is it okay to do that?
I don't know. I mean,
If it's affecting the ability to provide water to the rest of the people.
I don't think that's what's affecting the ability to provide water to the rest of the people. I
Well,
think
then
it's
you haven't
the
done the
fact.
research.
I think that it's the fact that
Then
there
you
are
haven't
water.
looked into it.
I think that it's the fact that there are water bottle companies that are packaging up water and selling it.
You're so
I think that's
do you know
a
who
problem.
makes all those waters?
Who makes all those waters? But I don't think. Okay.
The biggest beverage
Okay.
companies in the world.
Okay.
They started off with flavors. They don't even have to flavor it now. And pre-bought water.
I think you have to flavor it. There. I think the other stuff is bad.
I don't think either are good if it means that you're depleting the water supplies for people that need it. I don't care whether you put flavor in it or not.
Okay.
Why would I care? I care that the water is going somewhere and going into some bottle. I don't care which label. I don't care what you put in it. That's still water going into those bottles that isn't going over here, right? Isn't it?
Well, my point is that part is wrong. I think that there's more than enough water for us to share. And to also have drinks.
Wow, have you looked out west?
I think that
Have you been paying attention at all?
No,
wait a minute. Are you aware of the situation?
Okay. All right.
Of the lakes that are like dried up and they're finding cars and stuff, like they're finding cool stuff?
I'm saying
the lakes around Las Vegas are drying up.
We still make bottled water. We shouldn't be doing that.
But my point is, any bottle you see with a liquid in it other than oil is bottled water.
Okay.
Do you not? Isn't it?
I-
So your argument is if
I
it's
don't
bottled
think it
water
is.
with flavors, it's okay to steal the water. But if it's bottled water without flavors, it's not okay to steal the water. Is all I'm asking.
You're making a choice for me. I'm not
No,
saying
no,
either
I'm
of those
asking
things.
which. No. Okay, stop. I am not making a choice for you. I'm literally asking you a question.
I'm not saying either of those things. What I'm saying is the
I'm
bottled
listening.
water by itself, just water, just filtered, just water. Bottling that and selling that is wrong.
But if you add flavors, it's right.
Yes.
So it makes sense to put flavors in it and charge more, even though it's the same thing as the bottled water, but I added flavors. They're identical products. One has some flavors in it. Some are
Yes.
fermented.
Yes.
Same water.
We still buy food.
Okay. Huh?
My point
How
is,
does that relate to beer precisely?
My point is that
What's
because someone took the work
So you're
to do it.
you're willing to pay extra on the food because there's not enough water to feed the animals so that you can have a beer with the steak. Or some other form of bottled product with flavor.
What?
Well, no, you're paying additional, obviously, for your meat because of the additional expenses of low alfalfa crops in the West. So you've got to bring in hay and alfalfa from somewhere else, so your meat's more expensive.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about water. Are you...
No, I'm not that tapped in.
What?
I don't know. All
Did
that.
everybody feel my oof? Did everybody feel it? Oof. Oof, oof, oof. The reality is...
I'm not crazy for not knowing this stuff.
I wasn't... No, you're crazy for not listening when somebody was trying to talk to you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And I felt that. I felt that oof. I felt like, oh damn, he wasn't even here with me. That's why he was arguing about stuff that
Okay.
I don't understand. I agree. Are you okay? I feel that. I'm looking at you and I feel the oof.
I don't know.
I'm like, I just want to... I don't know what I did today. I know that I can't say anything right and that I've felt it all day. And
I feel the same
oof,
way.
oof.
I feel the same way.
How?
Weirdly enough. I feel the same way. Actually,
Because you were asked
no,
questions?
because I went into autopilot mode, and I feel like I'm not saying the right things, constantly.
All you have to do is be here.
I'm trying to be, but
Are you here?
I'm trying. I'm really
Oof.
trying.
I feel that, man. Do you get it, guys? We're human. We're not putting on a show. Now, could I guarantee that I would get some kind of contrarian response from young Ross today? No. I didn't plan for it either. But oof. It's the reality that communication is hard. That you have to be invested and you have to communicate. And the first step is you have to be open to hearing. You have to be open in empathy to the possibility that the other person is saying something, as opposed to you've decided what they're saying. That in order to communicate, you have to be present. And what you'll find, like smelling, like tasting, if you start doing it, it gets easier. It happens when you least expect it. And sometimes you'll be in the middle of something and you won't have it and you'll feel awful. But you need to remember, sometimes you'll be in the middle of something and it'll hit you and you'll be like, oh shit, I'm here. It's okay. We're all human. We all feel that moment of I'm trying to be here. Oh my God, you ever been in a lecture or something or at something important to you?
Like a lecture, yeah. Sometimes. I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize for all of this. I want to say I apologize for all of this. I apologize.
I love you, bro. That was what I was trying to come to. I was trying to go, I understand
I'm
that
sorry.
feeling.
I'm sorry.
I promise. I was trying to talk about empathy and how I felt what you were going through.
I'm sorry.
As a real thing and why we support each other.
I feel really shitty right now.
I was trying to be.
No, it's not you making me feel that way. Just don't think that, please.
Sorry.
Because it's me making me feel that way, and it really hurts right now.